I did a video reply to somebody's comment who said that we should have multiple resource officers in every school so that we can avoid school shootings. I asked who was going to pay for that. I first pointed out that there have already been school shootings at schools where there were armed guards. Parkland, Columbine, I think Uvalde, places like that. I can't remember if there was a guard at Uvalde, if it was just a shit ton of coward cops that wouldn't go in at the end of it all, or while it was happening. But regardless, I asked who was going to pay for all of those armed guards. This person says 3 thinking emojis, and you probably should have put a few more there because you obviously didn't think very hard about this one. This didn't age well, knowing the Biden administration spent millions flying in and paying illegals. Could have paid a lot of guards. Well, first things first, how would the federal government, under Donald Trump or anybody else moving forward, pay for armed guards for schools when the federal government under Donald Trump is doing away with the Department of Education? They don't want to put any money into education. They want the local municipalities, states, counties, and local towns to cough up the money for their education. So it would be the states that would have to pay for it. It would be the counties that have to pay for it. It would be the local towns that would have to pay for it, not the federal government. So whatever Joe Biden did would be irrelevant on a federal level because that money's not going to be going to schools anymore now under Trump. But more to the point, this bullshit has already been debunked as a lie. Even now, right clings to false tale about migrants and charter flights. Here's where it talks about how Ted Cruz started pushing the lie about the Biden administration supporting illegal aliens and telling would-be donors that Joe Biden has chartered secret flights as a part of a scheme to fly illegals into America. However, he was lying. That's not a thing. He claimed that we were spending hundreds of thousands, or spending money to fly hundreds of thousands of illegals in the United States using Americans' taxpayer money. A few days earlier, Representative Mark Green of Tennessee, the Republican chair of the House Homeland Security Committee, who really ought to know better, pushed a related message. This came on the heels of similar claims from Republican Senator Bill Hagerty of Texas. Even Senator Marsha Blackburn pushed this shit, talking about a secret flight program. The truth, however, is rather benign. The Biden administration created a humanitarian parole program that allows Cubans, Haitians, Nicaraguans, and Venezuelans to stay in the U.S. for 2 years, but participants who have legal permission to be here must apply online with a financial sponsor, and they must be screened, vetted, and authorized to travel. There was nothing secret about it. It was out in the open. Everybody knew about it. Those people were legal to be here, so forth and so on. As for the idea that the administration is using American taxpayers' dollars to pay for these flights, in reality, participants in the program were responsible for paying their own way. What's more, the migrants in question are required to arrange for their own travel on commercial flights. Debunked a long time ago, but here you are pushing it, even though it's a lie. That tracks.